Hey everyone out there in Hobbyland, how we doing today? Hunter coming back at you here. Wanted to do a quick little video here on a couple questions I've had on the paints that I use. As most of you know, I tend to do a lot of the House of Color. That's my favorite paint, actually my paint of choice that I use. And I had a lot of questions sent to me on this Ferrari right here and what color this was and what paint this was. That is actually a House of Color paint. It is, the base for that color is the True Blue Pearl from House of Color. This happens to be the 4-ounce bottle, and I'm not going to tell everybody what else is mixed in that. That's one of my little secrets. But to get that type of a candy blue that I have on there, it took something else mixed in the paint. And like I say, I'm not going to go into what I did with that. That's something that I think leave it up to the individual that's, you know, painting his own car or truck or what have you, and let them experiment. Like I say, I've had a lot of people ask me at the shows, you know, what color is that? And I'll tell them what color it is, but it also leaves a little bit of a secretive nature in that too. Because, you know, if somebody goes out and, like on my Ferrari there, if somebody goes out and buys this True Blue Pearl from House of Color, and they spray it and they set a model down on the table beside my Ferrari, they're going to go, well, we painted that with the same color. Yeah, that's true, but I've added something into that paint that gives that little extra either sparkle or candy appearance, or, you know, what have you. I do several different things, and you know, I do tell people what paint I use. There's no doubt about it. I highly recommend these paints, and I also tell them what the base color is, and I will tell them what the clear coat is. But a lot of times, most times I will not tell people what I have done to create those colors. That just, you know, that's where you guys need to come in, and you know, if you want to start trying these paints out and using them, you know, do some experiments with them, and you'll be amazed at what you can come up with. But just to give you kind of a rundown on the House of Color stuff, when I order mine, the majority of times I'll get it in the 4-ounce bottles like this here, and they also have it available in the 2-ounce bottle. And like this 2-ounce bottle here is a pearl base coat color. So this is basically what you can do with this is once you've got it primered or whatever you're doing, you can spray this color here and you can clear coat directly over top of it. You can also spray a candy over top of this if you want to. That's one of the nice things about this product. It comes in this bottle already pre-thinned. It's reduced. It's ready to spray. You dump it out of here into your airbrush and you're good to go. It has a flip cap on it. With the little dispenser there, makes it real nice for your gravity feed airbrushes. And you can also unscrew the top and take it off that way and pour it if you want to. I like the little spout myself. And like on the True Blue Pearl that's on my Ferrari, that is also a PBC, which is a pearl base coat. And then you can move on to the KBC, which is a candy base coat. Now on these finishes here, you can spray what's in this bottle directly onto your primer, and it will somewhat mimic a candy finish. It is not a true candy, but it will sort of mimic a candy finish once you get the clear coat on it. And like I say, you can take the pearl colors just like this, and you can take the candy colors just like that, and you can intermix these. You can spray this one over top of this one. And another new thing that House of Colors come out with recently is the Shimmering 2 line of paints. And if you look in the bottom, this one here is ultra orange. You can see just how much of a wow factor that orange has. And you look at the solids in the bottom of that. And from about right here down is all solids. And then from here up is pretty much the reducer. So they're reduced a pretty good amount. But, you know, that just, hopefully it gives you an idea of what you can, you know, how these paints come. And like I say, I highly recommend them. This bottle of paint here for the 4 ounce is right around, I think, 12 bucks or something like that, 13 bucks. The thing that gets you on a lot of these is shipping. To have one of these bottles shipped to me from California is $12. So on, like, if I have this 2 ounce bottle shipped, I think this cost me about $8. So it's costing me $4 more on shipping to get this bottle than what the bottle costs. So I am working out a deal right now on actually selling these House of Color paints in the 2 ounce and the 4 ounce amounts, and I'm going to try to really keep the costs and stuff down. I think a lot of the cost nowadays with paints is because they want to keep it on the ground and not in the air. So that's another thing that's coming into it. But hopefully, as I get my business venture thing started here, that the House of Color paints will be something that I start selling. And I'm going to try to sell them at a very good price and try to keep the shipping as reasonable as I can. So anybody that may be interested a little bit later on down the road in purchasing these, just shoot me a PM or whatever, and I'll be more than glad to let you know, my website or whatever. And as I get this up and running, as far as the business, I will have a link to my website. I will do a video on it so everybody's aware of it. And like I say, most of the stuff I'll be selling will be the supplies that we use in the hobby. I'm working on some wholesale deals now that I'm getting a pretty good cost on them, not making a fortune. But I'm going to try to turn around and, sell them for a little bit under retail. And, just see where it goes. We'll see what happens. It's something I've been kind of wanting to play with for a while. So, we're just going to try it. And, if you guys can support me in any way, that would be much appreciated when this thing gets off the ground. If you don't have a hobby shop in your area or whatever, and you need a couple bottles of glue, definitely look me up. If you need some House of Color paint, we're going to try to work on that too. And until that point, I mean, like I say, if you need something like that, just shoot me a PM. I can get you a real good price on it right now. Even I haven't started my business part of it yet, but I can get you a real good price on it. So just let me know. If you need it, I'll be more than glad to see what I can work out for you, get you a good deal on shipping, and we can go at it that way. But hopefully that just gives everybody an idea on the House of Color paints, and that's what I actually use on the majority of my finishes. And like I say, they're top coated with the Nason Clear. But touching back on what I said before, I don't give away all my secrets. I'll tell anybody in the world what the base color is, but I don't really get into what I mix into it. So, don't take that as being not offering the information or whatever. That's just kind of my little secret on that stuff. If you talk to Don Yost, who is a very good painter that uses the enamels, he does a lot of intermixing of the colors, and he will not tell you what colors are, what formula he has mixed up. When he puts it on the table and you see it, it's like, wow, what color is that? And and he'll give an example of okay, well, it's a teal for a Model Master, but more than likely it's a teal with something else mixed in it. So it just gives everybody a chance to be individual and experiment and learn how to use these products and how to intermix them and get those cool colors and sparkle effects and stuff like that. So but I'm going to let you go on that today. I got a few other videos I'm going to work on here real soon, so stay tuned for them. And like always, I thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you later.